35 years owned. Our friend in Washington State bought this bike from the original owner in 1987, and he's preserved it since. And what we have here is an 1135 original mile 71 CT1 in original paint, and the bike is just an absolute museum piece. This bike is 100% original down to the chain and sprockets. The only item that's been restored is the front fender, which has been repainted, and also the rear tire has been replaced. Other than that, the bike is 100% bone stock and original, and it's essentially perfect. It's been kept high and dry. We have emails from the previous owner, who's going to remain nameless for right now, but the bike's just been gone through by the staff here, and it runs perfectly. I've never seen this before, but this is a factory Yamaha single enduro rider's manual from the CT1. And we also have a clear state of Washington title. Clear and open will be transferred through our dealership. The original levers and grips, the original mirror with the Yamaha tuning fork, the gauges, original gauge cluster is crystal clear and in perfect condition. Everything is here. This is an unrestored bike and really as good as they come. Marcel was here, and he's probably restored more 68 to 71 Yamaha Enduros than anyone that I know personally. He's dozens and dozens of them over the years. He's completely obsessed with these, and he took several laps around the bike and was just in awe of the condition. And I believe he said that, you know, this bike is legit. This bike is the real deal. Check that out. The original toolkit is still present in here.
Guys, we went through this thing completely. Obviously, Junior already stated the obvious. It's a stunning original paint classic. The gold metallic paint job is just glistening in the sun here. The chrome's real nice on this bike. You just don't see 51-year-old trail bikes like this. They're usually smashed to bits, and the turn signals, everything are missing. This has an original luggage rack on it. 51 years old. We went right through the bike, top to bottom, front to back. It was given a full, what we call a rotisserie detail. It was steam cleaned, hand washed, Carnauba paste waxed on the tank. And then it went, after the detail, it went to the service department. It's got a new spark plug, brand new NGK plug, has a new Yuasa battery. The carb was removed, cleaned, detailed, rebuilt. All the jets were cleaned. Has a new main jet extension O-ring. The gas tank was removed, cleaned and flushed and inspected. It has a new fuel petcock, new fuel line and filter, new carb vent lines, and a new air filter in the air box. The original air box was cleaned out. It has a new air filter. So the whole intake, gas tank, and fuel system's completely restored and good for another 50 years. So bike runs great, looks great. You can see the original saddle is still intact. The upholstery on the seat looks amazing. The underneath this, now Junior, most of these are rotting out. Most ones we've seen, the foam rots out on it and falls out.
It's original seafoam. It's been kept high and dry, and that's the telltale sign. I want to point out this rear fender has not been repainted, and it's like perfect. And actually, Billy and I had a good chuckle about this. All of the restorations that we see on these bikes, people will finish the fenders in like a flat gray. They think it's like a matte gray. That's not the original finish on. It's more of a semi-low gloss from the factory, and this is a perfect example. This is the original unrestored fender that's been kept out of UV light and kept high and dry, and there's very little patina on this fender, and it's perfectly straight, just unobtainium in that condition.
Absolutely more valuable than a restored one because you don't know the condition, what it's been through, if there's Bondo on the tank or are the parts original. This thing's 100% original, excellent condition. It's a survivor, guys. 1,135 miles on it, which is basically 1 month of riding for the average kid in the summertime. So this has obviously been well preserved. The original cycled parts, like the shifter, if you look at it, it's perfectly straight. It's not bent. The original foot pegs are in mint condition. The kickstand, the passenger pegs, the chain guide, everything is intact. It's just never been crashed or dropped. The original levers, it has the original Yamaha stamped factory mirror on it. The original hand grips, handlebars, the gauges look mint. The headlight bucket's nice and straight. Usually the ears are bent on them from being crashed. Even has the reflectors on it. So if you're a Yamaha collector and you want an investment quality bike to add to your collection, well, your ship just came in.
The Yamaha Enduros have proven to be the most collectible and the most sought after Japanese Enduro on the market when we're talking about the 60s and 70s bikes. And these early badge tank models have just absolutely exploded in value over the years. You can't find these tanks. The fenders are unobtainium as well. Gauges, forget about it. Sourcing parts is becoming a real problem. The cycle parts on this bike, mechanically, it can be rebuilt. Everything is still available. There's new old stock top end kits for this bike. You could ride this bike and enjoy everything that you might need is available, but to replicate this, just good luck.
Even the original wire ties, usually the aftermarket ones are on there, and these are the original 51-year-old wire ties. It has original reflectors on the rear license plate. The license plate bracket is perfectly straight. It's never been backed into anything in the garage. Even the original, factory original taillight and luggage rack turn signals, everything's there, guys. It's about as good as you're going to find unless you find one in the crate. Junior mentioned the badges on this. Take a close look at the badges on this. Just remarkable. They survived 51 years.
Yeah.
These are all bulging out and decayed and everything.
New old stock Yamaha badges really don't exist, and if you do find them, you're going to have to, I don't know, sell your kidney to get one of these, or your left nut. I'm not sure which one, but
ignition key, everything's there, guys.
The badges that people use in restorations are China aftermarket.
Original Yamaha key. Original factory key. So, good luck finding a nicer one.
The bike's legit. Look at the gallery. Review the photos. There's nothing funny about this bike. As far as what's not from the factory off the showroom floor, the front fender is original and perfectly straight, but it has been repainted. It shows beautifully. It looks brand new. And the rear tire has been replaced. The front has the original Dunlop Trials Universal tire, which is just in tremendous condition, and the chrome on the wheels is it's an amazing bike, guys. It really does belong in a museum. And if you'd like to buy the bike and leave it here, give me a call. Ask to speak with Junior. I'd love to work something out with you, or ship it. We can ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively, or overseas. Message your zip or location for shipping quote or contact.
Did you put out the condition of the original factory?
These get pitted.
These are normally
badly, and fork tubes are another item that's, if you wanted to restore a set that had pitted tubes, good luck trying to find.
The chrome on the rims, original Takasago rims are in excellent condition. Usually the chrome's gone by now, 51 years later. Good luck finding a nicer 51-year-old original bike, let alone an original enduro bike. These are normally taken off-road, and the acids from the dirt and everything that causes everything to decay. This one has obviously not been ridden off-road. Look at the bottom. Did you show them the bottom of the frame? There's not a ding in it. Yeah, check out the pictures. That's something we always encourage you. Look at the bottom of the bike. That'll tell you if it's been bounced off a rock.
This is a unicorn that can't be replaced, not for any cost. There's maybe a handful out there floating around in collections.
The 175s are also a fantastic. The 125s may be a little underpowered. The 250s. Obviously double the capacity. The 175 is like right in the middle. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears is just right. I had a 175 when I was 15 years old. The later monoshock is 77. I rode the wheels out of that thing everywhere. They're an absolute blast. Even the horn works. Very torquey. That's why they call this a torque induction. It's just, you don't have to rev it to the moon. You can just torque along at 3,000 RPMs. I'm 220 pounds and it hauled me up the hill. Just short shifting it. Want to bring her in the museum? I think the fuel's off. Speaking of fuel, this thing will probably get north of 70 miles to the gallon. So basically free, fun transportation. Great for riding to the beach, or if you want something to put on the back of your camper that's lightweight, affordable, and reliable. That's going to turn heads everywhere you go. Well, you found it. Thanks for watching. God bless America.